solo fall tour kicks off tomorrow at Madison Square Garden. Dates and tickets, you can find them all at johnmayer.com. Don't forget to subscribe to SiriusXM. You can listen to Radio Andy, Andy's Kiki Lounge, and Life with John Mayer, channel 14. Coming in November to SiriusXM. Behind the bar is tour manager Ken. Hey, tour manager Ken. Killed it tonight, Ken. Let's go back to our virtual fans here. Brittany and Drew from Washington, D.C. with a question for John Mayer. Hey, you two.
Hi, Andy. Hi, John.
Hi, Brittany and Drew. How are you?
How did you and Ed Sheeran end up opening for each other on tour, and which did you prefer? You opening for Ed or Ed opening for you?
Oh, that's a great question. I loved them
Topping
both.
Ed or bottoming for Ed?
Well,
sorry, I mean...
No, you're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. It's your show. Yeah. Ed's opener, Khalid, couldn't make a couple of the shows, and Ed reached out to me and said, I need an opener in Boston. Could you do it? I know it's a crazy ask. And I said, you know what? I will do it, because I thought it was just so interesting and adventurous. And so I opened for him at Gillette Stadium, to a half-full stadium. I loved it. I loved walking up there to this big away game where not everyone was on my side, and just loved turning them on my side. I mean, that's how we started. You go up into a room full of people who don't get you, and you use the music to make them get you.
Yeah, and did you get them?
I think so, yeah. And then Ed said to me that night, I want to open for you one night. Let's do a show where I open for you. Maybe we can do a show in LA in September. And I go, okay, that sounds great. So it really was his sweetness in wanting to return the favor. And Ed loves having adventure and fun, and it's really inspired me to have more in my life. And so he opened for me in LA a couple weeks ago, and I would say, oh, you know, they're both equally fun in different ways.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
All right, let's go to Hannah in Chicago. What's your question for John Mayer?
Hi, Andy. Hi, John.
Hi, Hannah. How are you?
John, you already answered what your favorite 3 albums are, but I was wondering what your possible least favorite was.
My least favorite album? Well, I'm going to give you an answer, and it's the one that I spent the least amount of time on. It's only the least favorite because other ones were just more like important to my life. I like some of the songs on this album, but if I had to take one out of the discography, it would be Paradise Valley. I think there's some good songs on it, but I remember making that record because at the time I was being made to go on tour, and at the time I thought in my career I should not go on tour without a record. So I kind of like, let's make a record so I thought I was too young to go on tour without a record and be sort of like a legacy act. And so that record came together in about 3 or 4 months, but it gave me some really great songs I wouldn't want to lose, but compared to the other ones that were a little more baked, I would take out Paradise Valley.
There's a song off Paradise Valley that is in Andy's Kiki Lounge that I love, which is your duet with Katy Perry.
Yeah, isn't that great?
So good.
I'm glad we
so
did that.
pretty.
I'm glad
it's
we did
such a vibe.
Yeah, I'm glad we did that. That was sort of like early sob rock prototype stuff.
Yeah.
It was just at the point where I was saying, why can't I make music from a different era? If I love a style of music and I want to make it like a genre, why can't I make music that I was pretending was from a different era? And that was sort of like a prototype to sob rock. It was sort of like an FM light radio thing, and sob rock was a little more realized. But I listen to that every once in a while, and I go, I like that. I like this. I like the way that she sounds on that song. I feel like it's a really, she got that way of singing down and like met the challenge of that song. It was so much fun.
Here's Dana from South Carolina with another question. Hey, Dana.
Hey, guys. Hey, John, after debuting new songs on your acoustic tour this year, when are you going to be officially releasing Drifting after hearing the fan demand for it?
Thank you. Yeah. We thought about going into the studio, recording it, and putting it out before the tour. And I really just took the temperature of everything right now, and I thought, I'd like to make records again and not a bunch of singles. The thing with sob rock is that people have a different take on that album because there were already like 2 or 3 songs that had already come out before that record came out. And I think it hurt fans' relationship with that record because there were already singles that they were used to by the time the album came out. And so I thought, let's just hold it and have an entire body of work come out. At once. But yeah, I thought about it, but we decided to wait for a record. Yeah.
Thanks, virtual audience. Appreciate it.
By the way, I clap along with clapping.
I know you
So
do.
you'll say sometimes like he has a new Sirius channel, and people clap like this. And I don't mean like let's hear it for me. I will clap if people clap in movies. That's like when someone shows you how they went to go shake someone's hand. I went up to him like that. It's like, no, I'm just showing you.
Christina L said, John, what watch can I get my husband that isn't terribly expensive for me? I'm thinking about $300. He just got an Omega Moon Swatch, and now he's hooked on watches. Any suggestions
at that
for
level
Christina?
still? We're talking about $300?
Yep.
I would go for the new Swatch Blancpain collection, Blancpain Swatch. Yeah, just look up on the Swatch Instagram site. They're doing fantastic stuff that's really exciting horologically. I'm going to keep going for another 5 or 6 minutes, Andy, don't worry. And at a price point that can't be beat.
The Steph Kardashian, would John ever do a holiday album?
Yeah.
I'd like to hear you do
Yes, I would. I would do a bluesy holiday album. The problem is you have to you have to record it in July or something, and you have to decorate the studio in summer like it's Christmas.
You know who just debuted her new Christmas song tonight?
No.
Cher.
Oh, cool.
It's real good. At King of Hot Topics, John, your cover of EXO by Beyonce is phenomenal. Have you ever considered doing an album of all covers?
No.
Okay.
Some answers are short, see?
Yeah, right. I felt put on the spot during a Dead & Company show at Citi Field last year because A, John asked me to intro the band while I was super high, and B, I was getting a flurry of texts from Vicky Gunvalson at the same time, but that's all another story. John, I'm going to return the favor and put you on the spot for a round of Phrased and Confused. John, the titles of iconic Grateful Dead songs will appear on screen one letter at a time. Whichever one of us shouts out the correct song title first will get the point. Whoever has the most points in the end wins. Here we go. Phrased and Confused Grateful Dead titles. Oh my God.
China Cat Sunflower.
Wow. Oh my God. Okay, I gotta get in the game. Turn on the love light.
Yeah. Terrapins. No, I don't want to give it a...
Scarlet Begonias.
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
Okay. This is fun. No.
Fire on the Mountain.
Oh, wow. Good.
Shakedown Street.
Both get the point. Yeah, thank you, Paul.
Terrapin Station.
Oh, wow.
Okay. I knew that was going to come. Yeah. Uncle John's Band.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. This game's getting boring. Then I start to lose.
Friend of the Devil.
Oh. Okay, one more. John's killing you.
Yeah.
Sugar Magnolia.
Yeah,
okay, thank you very much for playing. Oh my gosh. Tiffany L., who remains your all-time favorite guitar player inspiration?
I mean, legacy all-time favorite, Stevie Ray Vaughan. Okay. I will still watch this guy on Instagram. Seen him for years, growing up for, he's sadly passed away many years, but every time I see a clip on Instagram, I go like this, good God. So yeah, I mean, repeatedly watch the same musician and go, come on. None of us are ever gonna hit it like that.
John, so fun.
I love you.
Love you. Had a blast.
How many more seconds do you have to kill right now?
No, I don't. The after show can go as short or as long as we want.
All right.
You have anything else you want to get off your mind?
Maybe you want to toss that tit around a little more?
I mean, we have another game if you want to play it.
No.
No, okay.
Because this is just like me. To get out, I can leave right now with the trophy, or I can put it all on the line and screw it up and then go home.
I do. We're not going to play it, but the game is called Edge of Glory. I just have to show you.
No, you do have to show me. You do.
I just have to show you because it's
what was going to happen.
We played it with Lady Gaga. So what happens is you put on Ramona eyes, I put my hand through the glory hole, and I put items through, and you have to guess what's coming through the glory hole. It's crazy. We played with Lady Gaga and Julie Chen. But you know what? The setup of the game is
Can I
better
say
than
this?
the game itself.
This
is our glory
Here's
hole.
what
What
I know.
other show? You were on the Tonight Show tonight.
Yeah.
Did you get to play Edge of Glory Hole?
No,
on
I
the
didn't.
Tonight Show?
When you many years from now, when you pass away,
Yes.
I am going to make sure that there's a video of you in slow motion putting your arm through this. And
Yes.
it's going to be like in memoriam, and it's going to be through the arms of the angels, fly away. It'd be like Annie Cohen in memoriam. I'm going to make sure that's the video. No one will understand the memory I will have forever of you looking at me holding a glory hole. And now I realize I'm doing it too, and this is probably a GIF.
I love this. This is so good. As a matter of fact, hold on. I need a pic of you and the glory. And Ken in the background. Perfect. Everybody give it up for John Mayer. Go see his solo tour. Check out SiriusXM. Give it up for Ken Healy. We'll see you tomorrow.